based on person's real life? And
No.
is that why there's a sequel? Or are they just making a sequel because they can feel like they can?
They feel like they can, because if you watch the end of Split, which I thought was a good movie.
I'm not talking about Split. I'm talking about Unbreakable.
I know what you're talking about, but bear with me, Eric. Just let me finish. At the end of Split, there's a scene with Bruce Willis, and that's where speculation started that they were doing a sequel to Unbreakable that's also going to have that guy, McAvoy, as the Beast for that sequel. So that's what's going to happen.
Maybe I'm thinking of Unbroken. Yeah, that's what it was.
Unbreakable?
No, Unbroken.
What's Unbroken? I know what Unbreakable is. That's the one.
No, I'm thinking of a completely different movie. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
It was Unbroken, and that movie was about some guy in World War II got captured by the Japanese.
Yeah,
They're making a sequel to that movie.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Shit. I know Unbreakable's getting a sequel, which is going to be cool.
I never even saw the first one.
It's good. It's good. It's probably one of M. Night Shyamalan's better movies.
So is Glass related to both Split and Unbreakable?
Yes. Wyland's in chat. What's up, Wyland?
So is it technically Unbreakable 3, though?
Unbreakable 2, because there was no Unbreakable 2. Wyland, we haven't started yet. I'm just waiting on break, and we'll get started.
Unbreakable.
Yeah. Unbreakable, exactly. Hey, Wyland, I'm eagerly anticipating my Black Phillip Funko Pop, which I already
Dude,
bought.
fuck Funko.
No, I like Funko Pops.
Funkos have soulless, evil eyes.
Yes, which is what I like, especially with the horror ones.
Well, maybe that will work, but everywhere else, fuck those things.
I like them. Certain ones.
And also, there's a joke I saw on Twitter. It's like, now that there's Funko Pops in every GameStop, pretty much everywhere inside GameStop, they have returned to their origins as Funko Land.
Your brother got Black Phillip. Yeah, it's looking good, man. It's got the apple and everything. It's really cool. It's gonna look good on my shelf. I bought another shelf at the Goodwill, and that's gonna be my Funko shelf with a bunch of horror Funkos, and some other ones. I did get Cuphead as well, so I got the Devil and Cuphead, and I just need.
Have you played Cuphead?
Yes, I have Cuphead, and
I want to get it, but I kind of want to get it at like $10, and I haven't seen that happen.
Yeah, I know.
$10 that without a Game Pass or a thing.
Yeah.
Xbox Live. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, his brother got Black Phillip. You should get it, man, because it's gonna be one of those ones that it's gonna be hard to find. You know what I'm having a hard time finding? Oh, damn you. He bought some San Diego Comic-Con Pops yesterday. Wyland, if you have any leads on a Leatherface Funko Pop, let me know, because I mean, some places are outrageously priced for that, and I want that one. Red Hood and Cad Bane, that's cool. Just waiting on break.
Who's Cad Bane?
DC villain.
Is he related to Bane?
Yeah.
What's the difference between them?
I haven't kept up. Wyland would know more than what I know. Let me look on Twitter in case. Break sent a message to me.
Also, apparently Red Hood became some other person at some point, some other identity.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like his villain identity, because he was technically a villain as Red Hood.
Cad Bane is Star Wars. Man, I'm getting shit mixed up.
What? Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Oh. He's from Star Wars. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I totally biffed that one. I you know what? I haven't read DC in years. I should though, because they got some really good.
Is that some like Rebels stuff? Because I haven't heard that character in Star Wars.
Let's see. Capture window.
I've got to watch Clone Wars on Netflix before Disney decides to put it on their streaming service when that happens.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, you better do that quickly, man, because they're getting ready.
Cad Bane's from Clone Wars. I don't remember him.
What?
Because I guess I only watched like most of the first season of Clone Wars, so I need to start watching the rest.
Why is this?
Does he like show up in season 2 then?
Huh?
Rufy? Wayland? Whatever you like prefer.
Wayland. Let's see. Bounty Hunter. Oh, they will, he says.
That sounds like a quote from the show.
Yeah. Alright. I have no idea what...
Season 7 of Clone Wars. So they're still doing Clone Wars.
Yeah, they're resurrecting.
I thought after they were going to do Rebels, they weren't going to do Clone Wars.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, Wyland, but if you know anybody that's willing to part with Leatherface Funko for a fair price, let me know, because
is Rebels on the streaming service now? Or?
I don't know.
Is it on Netflix currently though? Is the question.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Wyland knows all the Star Wars shit too, man.
Wait, so how do you cancel the show and then start it up again? You didn't cancel the show. You just put on hiatus.
Yeah, Disney gave the go-ahead. Oh, Clone Wars was canceled after Disney.
Oh, so wait, season 7 will be the final season. Okay.
Yeah. Disney gave the go-ahead to go finish it. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was weird that they didn't finish it, but whatever. I heard it's really good. I saw part of the first season, and
I like as they were waiting for Rebels to finish up.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Break is here. I'll wait till he gives me the nod before I give him a ring.
I'm gonna say Rebels probably isn't on Netflix because that's a relatively new show in comparison. I think that's only like 2 or 3 seasons long.
Yeah. FYE? What's FYE?
It wouldn't make sense to put it on now, since you're going to have their own by the end of the year.
Yeah. All right. Let's give Break a ring-a-dinger.
I'm surprised FYE still exists. 4 seasons, he said. Oh. Yeah, I just remember season 3 really short because I saw promos for 4 not too long ago or something.
Yep. Hey, Break, you here?
I'm here. What's up?
Cool. Oh shit, not me. We were just talking Star Wars, Clone Wars, and stuff like that, but we haven't started the show, so still got to get some stuff here. There we go. FYE is
maybe FYE is more like West Coast.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing one in the Menor Mall, but that's like the only other place I've seen an FYE.
They used to have one in the mall closest to me, but it's gone now.
Yeah.
Last time I went in there, I think it was like a candle shop in that place.
I went in there once and I realized the prices for the anime were too expensive, so I didn't buy it there.
Yeah. The only time they had anything good is if it was on clearance price. That's the only time I ever bought anything from them. Well, actually, you know what? I take that back, because they also were the only place where I could find, anime soundtracks.
I remember Suncoast Video. That was a good place to get anime.
I like the...
we had those around here, too, but they went out about a long time ago.
Yep.
I like that.
FYI just disappeared recently.
I like that Black Bolt and Lockjaw. I'm going to have to get that. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Leatherface. I'm just going to take a quick search to see if they got a Leatherface Funko. I'm looking for a Leatherface Funko.
Leatherface or the Leatherface from Mortal Kombat X?
More than likely.
No,
no, I didn't see that one.
FYE does not have it. That sucks.
Why is my chat being slow here? What the hell?
I have no idea.
I'm typing a letter, and then I wait, and then it what the shit is going on here?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I know your chat's slow. Let me see.
I'm gonna no.
Okay. You're gonna whatever.
Restart. I'm sorry.
Restart.
I'm gonna restart the page.
All right. Let me know when you guys are ready, and then we'll get this party started.
Where's Eric at?
He's here. You hear
Is
Eric? Maybe he went to the bathroom.
No, I've been here.
Oh.
You mean you missed all the other times I was talking?
Do you hear Eric right now, Break?
Yeah. Okay. Just you said when we're ready, and then I didn't hear Eric say anything. So.
Yeah. You ready, Break?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Let's get this party started.
Hey, here's a funny tweet. Disney, we can't continue our relationship with James Gunn due to the jokes he tweeted years ago. Me showing pictures of Song of the South.
Yeah.
The Native American First Nationers scene from Peter Pan.
Yep.
This other one that I don't remember, but it was Disney. And the Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp.
Oh man, the Song of the South is definitely Disney's low point. All right, you guys.
I liked that movie as a kid. I had no idea.
Oh my god, so bad.
I'm sorry. Right. I saw it when I was really young, and I was like, "Oh, this is catchy songs and stuff." I had no idea it was fucking racist as fuck.
So racist. All right, let's. They might only have Leatherface in store. I don't think we have an FYE here. I'll check it out. We'll see, but all right. Here we go. Welcome, everybody, to episode 499 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, how are you?
I had free lunch today.
Oh.
Barbecue pulled pork.
Well, there you go. So you're good. What about you, Break? How's your week, man?
Although I had a light dinner, so I'm probably going to have to grab something after this.
Did we lose Break?
Oh, fuck, I was ranting and raving, but my microphone was not.
Oh, all right. How was your week, Break?
I was going to say I had a good week, at least I thought I did, until I heard he got a free lunch. I didn't get a free lunch. I want a free lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
This is ridiculous.
You get free beers, though.
Somebody send us free lunch.
This week pissed me off more than most weeks.
Oh.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Is it politically charged?
Yeah, we already know what it is.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, well, let's get started with the news. Get through. We don't have a ton of news today, which is a good thing because I'm sure we got plenty to talk about later on.
I'm only joking. 45. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get started with the news, Eric.
Okay, starting with the news, we got from RPG site, Pathfinder Kingmaker is set to release on September 25th, and that's all it really has to say.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Unless you want me to itemize all the additions that are going to be launched.
No. This is... All right, maybe this is a talking point real quick that we can talk about. The screenshot that they provided looks really pretty, and I'm encouraged by that. But they have like so many different editions.
They're EAing this bullshit. No, Ubisofting this bullshit.
No, they're, like back in the day in comics, I stopped getting comics because they started doing things like foil embossed covers and gold covers, and you'd have to get
read a comic. It's gonna get ruined. Why make it look nice?
Yeah, so I mean that's really the reason that industry
just within look nice, not the cover.
Yeah.
Well, there are people that take care of their stuff, Eric.
Yeah, I
know. Not me, but there are.
I know the collectors, but like.
I take care of my stuff too, but this is I'm just kind of ridiculous. I think we've talked about it before. It
has more to do with the company spending their money wisely than people taking care of stuff. 4 different
fucking versions of this game is ridiculous. I hope they don't comic book eyes.
I mean, it's not Ubisoft level where they're doing the Assassin's Creed Odyssey that costs $400 fucking dollars.
Well,
wait, no, that was the Darksiders. Never mind.
Yeah, the Darksiders, man. That's
the Darksiders 3. That's ridiculous.
They have ridiculous pricing on Darksiders 3. They're not going to sell what they want to sell from that. All right.
They probably only make just one, and that one person will buy it.
Yeah. All right. Break. Next story.
Coming to us live from RPG site. God of War 2 officially announced in Japan.
Yeah.
God Wars 2.
God Wars, yeah. God of War 2.
God Wars Future Past. The strategy RPG based on Japanese...
Pretty sure they got all the God of Wars.
I know, I was fucking around. The strategy RPG based on Japanese mythology, which has been released worldwide in June 2017. God Wars director... And this is why you probably wanted me to read this, and why is this thing popping up here? Yoshimi Yasuda mentioned in the press release that if the first God Wars was based on the creation of the country, part in the Japanese mythology and depicting the founding of the Yamatai country by the deities, God Wars 2 will be based on the... I keep wanting to say God of War. Now that I did that, I've done this to myself.
Yep. You have nobody else to blame but yourself, Break.
God Wars 2 will be based on the handover of the country, part and depict the demise of the mythology world as this country moves from the deity world to the human world, as well as founding of the Yamato country.
You know what I want to know, Break, is if Kratos is going to be DLC.
I hope so.
That'd be awesome. Considering the first game's on Switch, that might be difficult.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's move on to...
I mean, it started out as a PS4 and Vita game, but that'd be missing content if they had to port it to another console.
Let's move on to the next story from RPGsite.net. Littletail Bronx latest entry, Fuge, on the battlefront or on the battlefield, out summer 2019. There's a nifty little trailer. Looks okay. I mean, the art style is pretty cool. So there's an update also. CyberConnect 2 has released a new trailer, which I just mentioned. So there you go.
I need to find and play Tail Concerto.
Yeah. So there you go.
People should pick up the DS game Solo to Robo.
Yeah. I did see this trailer, and I thought it was interesting. A lot of the motion capture is pretty detailed and cool. So, something.
That video in the background's for completely different game series.
Yeah.
By the way.
All right. Let's move on to the next story, Eric.
Next story is from RPG site as well.
You know what?
and
Let's
South Park.
Yeah, let's let Break do.
It's all right. Go ahead. He's on it.
All right.
He's already started.
It's just a DLC mention, but South Park: The Fractured Butthole second story DLC which is called Bring the Crunch is out on July 31st.
Yeah, your newest buddy Mint Berry Crunch, aka Bradley Biggie. That's funny.
Who went home heroically to watch Maury
I
Povich?
not watched South Park in
Maury
years, so I
Povich.
don't know who this character is.
Morty.
He was kind of a joke character they added in that turned out to be a superhero and actually have superpowers. But he was the character they when he joined them with his superpower being
Within the game, you mean?
No, within South Park within the show actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
They do the superhero thing, and his was Mint Berry Crunch, and turned out he actually had superpowers.
Freak 5 says, don't let Break do the news story. There's nothing for him to mispronounce.
Coco Joan.
That's
Coco
funny.
John.
All right, Break, speaking of you, next story.
Coming to us live from RPG site. Native 4K and HDR coming to Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition on Xbox game preview. So,
Yeah.
hey, that's on the preview. That's nice.
Yeah.
It'll be available on July 19th, which was yesterday. So, rewind time or something.
So we get to play it for free, is
How
what
do you
you're
get
saying?
to be on the preview anyway?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see if it's in here. The update enables native 4K resolution and HDR capacity, optimizing the game for Xbox One X. The update also comes with performance improvements, bug fixes, UI tweaks, and achievements.
Yeah.
Valerian has also formally introduced Sir Laura, the Squirrel Knight.
What?
God
Yeah.
damn squirrel!
Yep.
A new companion character available on day one for those who pre-ordered the Definitive Edition. Can I have her murdered?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, is it riding a Chihuahua skeleton?
It's something, man. It's weird.
This game releases on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 August 31st.
Did anybody...
Goddamn squirrel.
Yep.
Are you fucking...
I heard this game is like goofy, but I didn't know that it was this goofy.
Anybody play Divinity Original Sin 1?
I mean, the only thing I can think of worse is it was...
Wait, Freak 5 wants to get this game because it annoys the shit out of Break, man.
I can't stand squirrels either, man. There's a new trailer out for M. This is breaking news from Bridget. M. Night Shyamalan's Glass has a new trailer, so that's cool.
Glass. Is that based on...
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
That is my favorite. Unbreakable is my favorite of his movies.
Yeah, I like that one. I liked Sixth Sense as well. Squirrel Knight is awesome. Freak 5 says no, nothing with Squirrel is awesome unless it's Squirrel Girl, and even that's not awesome.
No, squirrels are not awesome.
Yeah.
Secretly, she is evil. You just don't know it. She's waiting for the moment,
Yep.
and she's going to rise up and take us over.
She's gonna be part of Hydra. Like she's like the leader. Of
What if they
Hydra
make
all this
Squirrel
time.
Girl beat Thanos in the next Avengers?
They did. She's already beaten.
No,
Thanos.
he's saying in the next movie.
Yeah.
He means in the
wow.
Avengers, which is this 4?
Four.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
Avengers 4. Squirrel Girl's and suddenly shows up at the end, like in the last 5 minutes. It's like, what the fuck? Who's she?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what the?
You know
the
what
hell
I
did
think
she
would be
beat him?
interesting? You know what I think would be interesting is if they get a different Thanos to kill the one that was in the previous film, and they'll just have to kill a guy who just wants to destroy everything,
I guess.
so he can get on with Lady Death.
Yeah.
And that way there'd be no lack of continuity issues. There'd be no continuity issues regarding his personality in the first Avengers film.
They really need to.
So at the end, somebody mentioned death and he smiled, and then the movie ended, and then we get this in Avengers 3.
Well, I think.
Because they changed his
gonna be
character.
like
and
a
they need
pile
to
of-
explain. And I feel like they need to explain why they changed his
Well,
character.
they haven't even named Death yet. Like they haven't even did Death in the Marvel Universe, so we're still waiting on that. Hopefully, that'll be be soon, because that was a huge part of Thanos' motivation. So I don't know.
Maybe
Hopefully
he's
we
just
get
lying
that.
to everybody, and he's just wanting to save or only get rid of half the universe to save people from starving, and that's all a bullshit lie that he spun.
Maybe. All right, let's move on to the next story from RPGsite.net. Mary Skelter Nightmares launches for PC on July 19th. I think we've talked Mary Skelter before. The game will be priced at $24.99 with a 40% launch week discount, reducing the price to $14.99. So if you're interested, that's a good price for that game, $14.99. Squirrel Girl is not awesome. Damn it. Yeah.
What about Secret Squirrel?
Secret Squirrel. Hydra
Secret
Squirrel. I want
Secret
Hydra.
Squirrel's Hanna-Barbera.
I demand that Marvel make.
Oh yeah, okay. I was thinking like recent. I didn't know you were talking about old.
And Sandy and SpongeBob sucks too. So
Sandy and SpongeBob does suck.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next story, Eric.
What, you don't like kung fu squirrels wearing aqua diving suits?
Ugh.
Whatever fucking reason, leaving on.
I don't hate a ridiculous accent.
What about Foamy and the Hata? All right, Eric.
The who and the whata?
The who and the what? Jabba the Hutt?
Anyways, the next article is from RPG site, and Grand Blue Fantasy Project Link announced for the West with more details in December.
Okay. So this is a non-story. This is
we're localizing this game as the story, but we can't really talk about it.
Yeah.
But
let's see.
We can't even really comment on like what the game looks like because this is old footage.
Yeah.
So it might not even look like this anymore.
Yeah. Let's
So
see.
this is a non-story then? It's completely non-story?
Yeah, it's a story about a story is what it is. Freak5 says, I am about to take over the rest of your night break. That sounds ominous.
Terrible.
Kind of.
I just suddenly felt the need to put on like extra clothing.
Yeah,
just protection.
I've definitely, and especially near the rear area.
I will press .com. I don't even think I want to ill will press. Oh, sorry.
I don't know if I want to show that on screen. All right, break. Next story, please.
Coming to us live from Gamatsu, side-scrolling tactical RPG Jesus, Magic Scroll Tactics coming to Switch.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want to say side-scroll tactics. Side-scrolling tactical RPG, that's probably right. Magic Scroll Tactics, developed by Otori Denshi, is coming to Switch via the Nintendo eShop, publisher Mediascape, and announced. It says and announced. I did not. That's not me. That was.
Mediascape is usually a Japanese-only company, so they're localizing this. That's interesting.
That is interesting. Freak5 says it's a video series. One of the characters is a talking squirrel named Foamy. You know, another squirrel I can think of, besides the obvious Bullwinkle, what's that? Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Okay, that's the one exception.
The other one,
he's a flying squirrel, though. He's not a squirrel.
I always hated the squirrels in.
Well, yeah, exactly. He's a flying squirrel. Flying squirrels they don't count. They're not the same.
Is it a he or she, Rocky? It's kind of, they kind of leave that kind of open.
It's voiced by a woman, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the only other squirrel that I can think of that gets a pass is Happy Tree Friends, I think is what it's called. That series that they did with a bunch of cutesy characters that always killed themselves. And
there's also a squirrel girl humanoid character in the BlazBlue games.
Ah, okay.
Makoto, I think, is her name.
Yeah. The only squirrel in my book is a dead squirrel. So, all right. Next story comes to us from Gamatsu. Unexplored Unlocked Edition will launch for the Switch on August 9th. And for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One later this summer. Digiratic and developer Ludomotion announced. Switch version will be available for...
Digirati, not Digiratic.
It says Digiratic.
They fucked up.
Right. The Switch version will be available for pre-order via the Nintendo eShop with a 10% discount.
I know, because they got the press release.
Right.
So
10% discount. Key features: explore the ever-changing dungeon of doom. Intense melee.
You didn't say that ominous enough. Come on.
Okay. Explore the ever-changing dungeon of doom. No two runs are the same.
Victor Doom.
Yeah. intense melee combat. Stealth
you didn't
mechanics.
have to do anything else. Just a dungeon of doom. It's
okay. Sorry, I was just in the moment.
Okay.
Real emergent gameplay, whatever the fuck that means, with many tactical options. Challenging generated puzzles await on every new run. 7 distinctive character classes to unlock and master. We have to unlock the... God damn it. Musketeer. I want to play as one of the 3 musketeers. That's what I want to do. Adaptive original soundtrack complements the action. Mithril Run DLC and Ripley Run DLC. And Dark Ritual DLC. And I'm going to play a little bit of this video. I want to know what you guys think. I don't know if you've seen the video of this game. Is this something that you guys would be interested in? It looks kind of unique. It's not graphically intensive, but it's definitely unique. I'm wondering what you guys think. Have you seen the trailer?
For what?
No.
For this game that we're talking about, Unexplored Unlocked Edition.
Yeah,
Alright, let me watch. Okay, go ahead.
I saw a little bit of the trailer, and it doesn't look interesting enough for me, at least.
Yeah,
I'm watching the troller now. I'm watching the troller now.
I'm watching the troller.
Like, I only like a few roguelikes, and this is a roguelite.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely unique. That's one thing I can say about it. Definitely unique. All right.
It looks like a top-down action RPG to me, like sort of like a light Zelda light.
Yeah.
You know?
Freak5 says, I recently heard... Oh, wait a minute. He says, the side character is a brown squirrel named the Hada, who is African-American stereotype. I recently heard that everything that has wings evolved by losing their front limbs, and it started by their front limbs gaining webbing and eventually becoming wings. So I wonder if flying squirrels are part way through evolving to squirrels with wings. That's interesting. That's an interesting take.
I'm terrified now.
Yeah, you should be. The squirrels are going to take over, man. Foamy as Frank as a squirrel. There are some videos that are just Foamy bitching about things. Freak5 is exiled.
I could see that.
Yeah. Exhalation. He's
Exaltation.
You know what? He's like
I could see Frank just having the podcast just to bitch about stuff.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like his Tuesday night show. Like, oh my fucking god. So I woke up this morning and oh my god, Frank, really? You just got out of bed and you already got a bitch?
Oh, hey. It wouldn't be I wouldn't
Get
be
off
me.
my lawn.
I wouldn't be me if
I saw the mailman today and he was 20 minutes late.
Yep.
You flippin' believe that?
Yeah. I woke up this morning and this fucking kid walked right through the lawn. Like, yeah, I would totally do that. I should make that podcast.
And I almost shot him, but I didn't want to deal with the police.
All right, Eric, next story, please.
Okay, next story is how Fantasy Life Online is launching July 23rd in Japan, and will be available for iOS and Android devices. And they'll host a Let's Start Dash, a valuable stream to watch. Japan, you and your titles.
Yeah. You're goddamn right, Freak5. He says Frank would be bitching how he was driving to the pot store. And
it doesn't say how much it costs, but it might be a free-to-play.
And a train would take him 5 whole minutes longer. See, here's the thing. Trains suck in general, so fuck trains. But, yeah, I would
This
totally
looks
do
like
that.
a really stripped-down version of Fantasy Life, which Fantasy Life 2 was, and then they shut Fantasy Life 2 down because nobody was playing
You know, we can fucking clone sheep, and we still are fucking using trains. Really? It's 2018.
Well, the problem
is
so many countries went to immediately ban cloning.
Yeah. No, but
Like,
but
as
see
soon
what I'm
as, soon as
saying?
we did that, they're like, no, we can't do that. They might start cloning people.
Yeah.
We gotta stop the cloning.
But see what I'm saying?
Even though it's
We'll
a good
create the
idea
Clone Wars.
Yeah. I mean,
I guarantee you somebody was. The whole reason was we can't let this happen.
yeah. And by the way, pretty soon I'll have Freak 5. I'm not gonna have to travel to the dispensary. Like my crops are doing pretty well. I'll be talking about them a little bit later on. All right, Break. You get the honors of the last story.
Coming to us live from Gamatsu.
Yes.
Sorry, it's a moment to load. New Naku Koro Ni title and Umineko no Naku.
Yep.
Umineko.
Yeah.
No Naku. Koro ni Saku announced. Suck it, Frank. Suck it. The first title is a completely new entry in the Naku Koro ni When They Cry series. Oh, that's the name. I like that title then.
Yeah.
When They Cry.
Yeah.
No Naku Koro ni When They Cry. How is that different?
Yeah.
When They Cry and it's When They Cry and then Umineko means like when the seagulls cry.
Yeah. All right.
What about When Doves Cry?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that is awesome.
Yes.
And Higurashi is third type of cricket.
Yeah. No.
Or cicada, sorry. Never mind. But the blossoms. Blossom. Flowers crying sounds weird.
Yeah, it does. Anything else on this story, Break?
Shh, I'm listening to Prince.
Yeah. I better not play too much of that. YouTube will be on my ass.
It's still so weird that he's dead. Of all the celebrities, he was always the one that was like, super healthy and stuff. Like always talking about like his healthy ways of doing things.
I bet when they came up with Umineko, they're like, we can't use doves because then we'll get sued.
Yeah.
We gotta make seagulls.
Yeah. Well, I mean, probably.
Yeah, nobody cares about flock of seagulls.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Nobody gives. I mean, I do, but
Their art style has definitely improved a lot, though, from this image here.
Freak 5 says he is dead, so you don't have to worry about him suing you.
Yeah, but what about his record labels?
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say there's always gonna be somebody who'll sue.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like 40 years from now, or I'm sorry, 400 years from now, his great grandkids are gonna sue somebody over it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, like YouTube gives me all these weird fucking notices, like when I play videos for some stupid reason, and all I do is reply, look, this is fair use. You put it on your service. Maybe you should be the ones shutting yourself down. and then they immediately take it away, which is cool. But damn, man. Freak 5 says, did you ever see the video of kids giving seagulls laxatives?
Why?
That's awful.
That is terrible. Like I can only imagine. Like I hate it when like a bird poops like on my plants and stuff. Like I'll see it like the next day and I'm like, goddamn. But see, that's another thing I could have on my podcast. Talk about animals I can't stand. And squirrels would be
our podcast would last 48 hours.
Frank hates nature. That means the name of the podcast.
Exactly.
And Frank. It wouldn't just end. It would just be him like passing out, like after ranting forever.
Yeah, Frank versus.
And another thing.
How dare you? How dare you? You're exiled, Breakman, son of a bitch. Goddamn son of a bitch. Let's see. Bridget says the Bridget. Yeah, we named one of our plants the Bridget. So it's the one that's going to flower first. Makes me laugh every time, but I would hate it if it happened to me. No sugar gliders. You are exiled, Bridget. Oh. And if you keep it up, you're going to be exiled out of this room.
What's a sugar glider?
There's these fucking squirrels that jump and fly and they glide.
And they fit in your pocket.
And they sit in your pocket, according to Bridget. Yuck. Frank hates everything. That could definitely.
You mean they're making the little monsters smaller now?
Yes.
Oh God, sneaky little fuckers are gonna get bigger one without us even noticing. Why?
Yeah.
A break. You'll probably hate Pachirisu from Pokemon.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. I don't
it's the
know him,
electric-
but I am.
It's the electric squirrel of Gen 2.
Yeah.
Or 3. I can't remember.
Electric squirrels? What the shit? These things just keep getting worse.
Yeah.
First they're flying, now they're electric.
And then there's a Molga from Gen 5, which is an electric flying squirrel.
Yeah.
Like I just said, first they're flying, now they're electric.
Yeah,
These things
exactly.
just keep getting goddamn worse.
The good thing about Emolga, though, is that he's super weak, and he doesn't evolve.
Yeah.
So fuck him.
Yep. All right.
So that's like that, was it Magikarp?
Yep.
Oh,
Magikarp
yeah.
does evolve, though.
yeah.
I know, but I just remember him in the original just being so fucking pathetic.
Oh, I've seen this video, Freak 5, of the squirrels getting launched by people with their catapults. I fucking love that. I could watch that
That's
shit
a really
all
funny
day.
video, but I don't like doing that to animals, but
Oh,
still, it's a funny video.
fuck squirrels, man. Sons of
Squirrels
bitchin'
are the
squirrels.
worst.
They really are the worst.
Are they in a basket, and at least where they're protected?
Yeah,
They just send them to, like...
Yeah,
both.
Eric, they're in the basket and they put little helmets on them and some elbow pads and knee
I
pads.
still wouldn't do that, but if you're gonna do it at all, at least make it safe.
See, one of the problems I have is I have a pear tree. So they'll go in the pear tree, and then I'll come out later and I'll see like their pears on the ground. There's like one little bite in it. They don't fucking take the whole pear. They just take a pear and then leave it.
Does your pear tree have a partridge in it?
No.
Oh.
But I can see them going up in Frank's yard. He just comes outside and they're just chilling by it with joints in their hands.
Those
and
things,
shit. Like,
those motherfuckers taunt me, man.
he just hears the piglet.
Yeah, those motherfuckers fucking
They're
taunt.
smoking his plants.
Yeah.
How many squirrels do you get in the mountains?
Oh my God, there's so many squirrels up in the mountains.
So is it worse than Ohio?
Yeah. Freak Five's giving us the video of the seagulls on laxatives. So I'm looking at that now. I don't have it on the screen because I don't want any bullshit.
Maybe you should call this episode "Don't Sue Us, PETA."
Yeah, don't sue us, PETA. Exactly. I'm trying to look for the sales on Xbox, but Xbox having their, like, PlayStation had a shit ton of awesome sales, and they
Still got a sale going on until Tuesday.
Yeah, but the one I was talking about was previous. They had a ton of cool shit. They had Destroy All Humans 1 and 2 for like $3. They had, I mean, just a ton of shit super cheap, and I seemingly got most of it, but the Xbox is having kind of their retort to the Sony sale. Not quite as good, but there's some good stuff. Head on over to the Xbox store and you can find that. Eric, you said you, according to the document, you have a Sony discount.
Indie Gala has a bunch of sales going on right now, but one of them in particular was like the Namco sale.
Yeah.
I think they've got another one called the Anime sale, but
Yeah.
The Indie Gala sale for the Namco stuff is almost over. Like, when I checked it this morning, there was like 18 hours left, so now there's like 10.
Yeah.
But if you hurry now, you can go get something. But I picked up Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin for like $10.
I'm looking at this video, yeah. It's funny. Which one did you pick up? I'm sorry, Eric.
Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin.
Yeah, $10. That's not a bad deal.
That's a Steam copy for the game.
Yeah.
But like, I think Dark Souls 3 was like $14.99.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of other stuff there, like Tales. But there was another sale too for like that. It's also, I think it's also on Indie Gala, and Idea Factory International stuff on Steam is there.
All right, that's cool. So there's some more sales if you're a PC gamer. And they are, like Eric said, having a flash sale on the PSN right now. It's not quite as good as the last sale they had.
I don't know if it's a flash, but it's like the 2-week sale.
No, they have a flash sale going on right now, Eric. I just looked at it.
Wait, no, the 2-week sale ended on Tuesday. That's
yeah,
right.
that was the one that was good. That I got a lot of shit, but they're having a flash sale right now. So
I picked up a Roast in the Twilight on that 2-week sale before it closed.
yeah.
That was like $8. It's like I had the PC version. I should have reviewed it a year ago, but
Yeah.
at least now I can review both versions.
So any Twitter questions or comments, Break? Nothing.
No.
We get.
Yep, my silence is an indication as to what the answer is.
Yeah. All right.
It's just, we haven't gotten a Twitter I thought people wanted to.
Yeah. At RP
The
Grinders.
Disney Afternoon
got
Collection,
contests and stuff.
which still isn't on Switch, by the way, is available for $6.
Yeah. Freak5 says he sent a Twitter comment. Break. Maybe you're just
Really? We'll go double check then.
Right.
I looked earlier. When did he send it?
I have no idea. Like, you have to ask him. What have you been playing? I'll go ahead and start while Break looks up Freak Five's comment.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I do remember that. I forgot all about that. I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead.
This one comes from Freak 5cast. Thank you. I am playing Friday the 13th with Fat Frank Branches, and thank you so much for sending this one. One game, he was Jason. I knocked him down and teabagged him.
How dare you? You exiled, you son of a bitch, Freak 5. I totally didn't know that's what he...
I completely forgot about that one, but brought a smile to my evil face. I mean, maybe
you're exiled too, Break, man. You're adding to my misery, man. All right, I was playing, obviously, Friday the 13th.
And getting teabagged by Freak.
Yes, but on the bright side, one of the matches I lasted longer than him as a counselor, so I felt pretty good.
One match, nice.
Yeah. And then another match when I was Jason, I actually killed one person. So.
And according to this, Bridget thought it was funny when it happened. She got to watch him teabag you.
Dare you? You guys are exiled. Yeah. Let's see. I played a little more of What Remains of Edith Finch. I will have everybody know that I have now been a cat and an owl. So.
Have you found out what remains of her yet?
Not yet. I have not found What Remains of Edith Finch, but it's got a good story. Have
you played Everyone's Gone to the Rapture yet?
No, I have not. I played and beat Uncharted 3. I'll be doing a quick review later. MPQ, of course.
My least favorite Uncharted game.
I like that. I'll talk about it.
We need to stop here for a moment. He says the reason you outlived him is because he was trying to help you, and he got killed helping you.
How dare you, Freak 5?
How dare you, Frank?
How dare you, Freak 5, ruin my
Trump of you?
How dare you, Breakman? Don't you ever compare me to
I'm sorry, you're right. That is fucking heinous.
But yeah, how dare you ruin my moment in the sun, Freak 5? I was all like proud. I was like, yay! I outlasted Freak because he's telling truth. He did try to help me because I suck.
How dare you tell the truth?
How dare you? Uncharted 3, I'll have a review, MPQ, and I played Dragon's Crown, which I'll talk a little bit about later on. Breakman, what have you been playing?
Mostly this week, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I fucking love the game. It's everything I wanted from the original. I shouldn't say the original, but from the last one.
Yeah.
Because there were Battlefront back in the, I think, was it the original PlayStation 2 and Xbox days?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say original.
I found some more deals on the eShop.
Okay,
these are just a handful of games, but you can get Mega Man Legacy Collection on the 3DS for $6. Ooh. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney for $10.
Ooh.
Which is cheaper than the 30 I paid.
Yeah.
But or 20, sorry. But
that's no justice.
Monster Hunter Generations for $16. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies for $9. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice for $12. And Ace Attorney Trilogy is $12. It originally costed like $30. So that's a value. But Monster Hunter Ultimate for Wii U is $8. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate for 3DS is $6. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for 3DS is $8.99. Resident Evil Revelations for the 3DS is 8, and Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D is 5, and the Resident Evil Revelations for the Wii U is 10.
Yeah, all the Resident Evil games are on sale on the Xbox and.
I'm sorry, but Wii
Sony.
U games, they should be charging like $1 for
Yep,
it.
I totally agree. Or something like $3, $5. You know.
Yeah, considering
I think even that's too much.
considering they don't even make the hardware for it anymore.
Yeah, like they don't support it anymore. They shouldn't be selling those for like $10. That's ridiculous.
They're not gonna sell any of them because nobody's gonna buy them, man.
I mean, there are supposedly some good games on it.
Instead of making this a
Never
sale,
played
they
it.
just make it a permanent discount.
Yeah. I almost bought Star Wars Breakman, and I decided not to because I wanted to get some PlayStation credit because PlayStation was having an awesome
Apparently,
sale,
there are 3 games I missed. Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition is 5. DuckTales Remastered is like just slightly under $4 for some reason.
That's
and
good.
the same price goes for Dungeons and Dragons Chronicles of Mystara.
Ooh.
Is it some weird price like $3.87 or something?
$3.74.
Freak5 says Frank almost bought Star Wars, but then he got high. Yeah, exactly. That sounds about right. Actually, you know what? I have not partaken in a few days. It's been I rolled up a couple of joints last night, but I didn't end up smoking them. You know, it's one
You
of
were
those
too
deals.
sober to remember?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
wait,
exactly.
I don't think that's how it works. Never mind.
That's yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I played through all the story of Battlefront 2 anyway, back to that, but for there's DLC story, but it's included with the game.
Yeah.
And but basically the original story takes place through the entirety of the war. It starts off at the Battle of Endor where the movie ended, basically.
Yeah.
And it kind of finally tells from one perspective really what the end of the war.
Yeah. Bridget says, but we played Golden Crown instead. She is exiled. We did.
I thought you were
nothing
playing
of the
Golden
sort.
Showers. That's what Frank told me.
Golden Showers. How dare you?
That's what you told me. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to repeat my
How dare you? That's Trump. You keep confusing me with Trump, Breakman. Like, Jesus. No P-tape involved here. Freak5 says, Frank smokes 2 joints before he smokes 2 joints. Then he forgets to smoke 2 joints. That's more accurate. That's way more accurate. Actually, I'm a very functioning, marijuana smoker. So, yeah.
I love Afro-Man. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's a great song.
I mean, he doesn't have like a lot of like really good songs, but
Yeah.
the ones that he has that are good are just like wow.
Well, he has a bunch of good songs, just nothing that's like mainstream because I got high. But
Oh, that's what I mean. Like, I guess that's like a one-hit wonder then, right? Yeah.
how dare you, Freak5? It's understandable to mistake Frank for Trump. They both go off on childish rants. How dare you? You're exiled. Dare you? All right, what else, Breakman?
I just want Trump to have a press conference where, well, I was out this morning doing my morning jog. You know,
then I
of course,
got
I know he's
high.
lying. And there were some kids running across my lawn.
You know, he did say get off my lawn at some point. And you know another thing, this is kind of flew under the radar, and I kid you not. Like he did this like it wasn't exactly an executive order, but the acronym was FART. It was called the FART Act.
That's funny.
Yeah. So that's the state of our fucking politics right now. All right. Anything else, Break?
No, really, mostly that. Yeah, that's it. Frank Trump 20 never? Huh? I see what you're saying.
How dare you, Freak5? All right. What have you been playing, Eric?
More psychedelic out of the Ashnok. Not too much of that though, but I didn't get many opportunities during my work's very short break periods to play them all that much, but I did play a little bit of Shining Resonance Refrain, which thankfully, I mean, after failing to get PS4 or Switch code for that game, I asked for an Xbox One code, and They gave me one.
Oh, nice.
that's
Like,
cool.
because I had to ask because, like, unlike Xseed's 1PR surveys that you have to fill out, that let you edit them at any time, they don't let you do that with Atlas, so you have to ask at that point because it doesn't give you like an order of preference. It's like it gave me two choices, so I picked those two, and they didn't go through. So apparently nobody's playing that game on the Xbox, so I was able to get a code.
Well, that's good.
And thankfully, on a base Xbox One, because it is a PS3 port, the port quality is good enough that there is no issues with the frame rate or whatever.
Oh, nice. I was considering getting that on the PS4, but I didn't know if it was worth paying like $14-17 for all the DLC and shit. What else?
Yeah, it has most of the DLC, but like the extraneous stuff you don't need. Those are costumes and stuff. But I've played Octopath Traveler since Friday.
Okay.
And I'm like 24 hours into that. It's a long game because I'm only at chapter 2 of like 4, and each character has their own chapter. And then there's the final chapter where you have to play it to get the true ending. But it's like you have to discover it, like, and explore the world to do it. It's like hidden.
Yeah.
But people have already explained how you can do that, so all I have to do is look it up once I get to that point. But it's a fun game. I'm not ready to give a review yet, though.
Yeah. All right.
I'll save that for after I beat the game. But will be probably a long time from now. But other than that, I haven't really been playing anything. But I do have a review of Death Note.
Yeah. Speaking of
from
reviews,
2016, the Japanese film release.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into it, Eric. Your review for Death Note.
Like I said, it's the Japanese live action adaptation of the Death Note manga.
It has to be better than the Netflix movie.
Oh God, the Netflix movie
is much better.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's been years prior too.
Yeah, that's a shame because Adam Weingard's a very talented director, but that's not one of his better.
It's like he
movies.
Read the Cliff Notes version of Death Note and then made a movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I guess we were lucky that it didn't turn out worse than that.
Yeah. All right, so
it's not Dragon Ball Evolution bad, and it's not really bad. It's just boring.
Yeah, nothing happens. All right, Eric, your review of Death Note live action 2006.
The way they handled L was kind of interesting, but at the same time they made him weak.
Yeah,
it was like he wasn't the weird oddball that you see in the Japanese live action movie and in the anime and the manga.
Yeah,
but unlike the manga and the anime, they fast track to when he's already in college because there is a time skip in the manga. I haven't read all of the manga, but I've read enough up to the point where I've seen at least half the manga.
Okay,
but so he's already in college and he's been doing the Death Note for a while, and then you get to see flashbacks of how he got the Death Note. And like they handle that very quickly, and then it basically covers the first half of what goes on in the series. There's a part 2, but there's like 2 other movies, and one of them is about the light novel that was written about how L used to do things before the Death Note started. But and the other one's about like a sequel of his successors.
Okay.
But this movie was well shot. They were using good cameras, and they did use Japanese movies do have this weird filming method that just makes it feel almost as if it were on a set piece, but I think they used on-location settings for this movie. But Ryuk definitely looks like something that was made in CG in 20 that period of time, the 2000s to 2010. It's not good looking, but it's better than what you probably could expect from a Japanese anime when they do CG. Because it's animated better.
Yeah.
But I'd say if you want to watch Death Note live action, it's a decent way to absorb the story of Death Note. I still have to see part 2, see how it holds up, but it's looking promising.
Yeah. I always thought that Death Note would have made...
I'm going to give this live action movie an 8.5.
Ooh, good one. There
is an English dub, but I didn't bother to listen to that because I felt like that was probably not going to sound good.
Yeah. I always thought Death Note would have made a much better live action series than live action movie, but
there is a live action series. There is a drama TV series.
Yeah. Well, I mean like
Crunchyroll.
No, I mean like an American one. You know, like a high production.
You mean like they should have, instead of done a movie, they should have just made a TV series?
Well, yeah, and
or like a short OVA series, which is like 6 episodes long or something.
A full series. Because you need that long to tell that story, and I thought it would have lent well to somebody like HBO or one of the bigger series. Netflix just didn't seem like a good fit to me. Like it just seemed like they were like cash grabbing and buying a property that they had no business doing, but whatever.
They're getting all this anime, everything they possibly can to make money.
Yeah,
and it's doesn't always work. It's like throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks to it.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to do a really quick review of Uncharted 3. It's a weaker entry into the Uncharted series. It still has a lot of the same problems that the previous 2 entries did. People hit you no matter what if they're clear across the map. I'm surprised they didn't fix that after 1. It's just frustrating when they throw a grenade and they hit you every fucking time. Like the grenade never fails to land right next to you unless you shoot them first. But I don't know. It's just it's off-putting.
That is irritating.
Yeah, it's irritating. It's a blemish on an otherwise beautiful game. The remaster of Uncharted 3 is spectacular. Like they really did a fantastic job remastering it, but the gameplay is definitely lacking. The story wasn't quite as good as 1 and 2, but it was serviceable, and it's good. It was
the
good.
Story was a clusterfuck. What are you talking about? They cut out a plot point midway through the game.
Eric, You're not
the motivations
listening to
of the villains were just unmurky.
Would you like to do the review, Eric? Because I was reviewing. So do you want to go ahead? I mean,
no, I'll let you finish. Then I'll complain about it.
If you were listening, Eric, I said it was not a strong entry. It was not one of the stronger.
You're being
stories.
too nice, though.
No, I'm being honest. I have not seen it. Freak 5. I'm going tomorrow, and I'll have a review of Ant-Man and the Wasp next week.
I'm waiting until that's on video. I'm not rushing out to get it.
That's one that's an event, man. You kind of have to. I think it would lend better in the theater. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I don't know if I want to see it in theaters because I don't know if I even have time for it. I want to see all these other movies first that I would more likely not being able to rent from a red box.
I'd rather see Ant-Man and the Wasp in the theater, for sure. But Uncharted,
if it's still in the theaters by the time I've seen all this stuff, then I'll go.
Yeah. I really want to see Ant-Man and the Wasp in the theater. I think it's one of those movies that lends itself well to big, huge screen, Freak 5 is exiled. He says Uncharted 3 is better than Dragon Quest 8, which we all know is untrue.
It's definitely not true.
Uncharted 3 is okay. If you're expecting something more and you're expecting a super good story, it's not good to start with that one. But it does advance a few plot points. along, and it's okay. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. It's definitely the worst of the three, or the worst of the four, I should say, because there's four.
Five if you count the.
I don't count that one.
The other one.
I'm gonna do Uncharted 4 eventually, but I've been playing Dragon's Crown. I want to get.
Technically, it's 6 if you count the Vita version too.
Yeah, we're not counting those. But yeah, let's move on to our stinkos. Breakman, do you have?
Well, there was actually I kind of wanted to do a review too. 'Cause we didn't talk about it last week, and I forgot to talk about it, and I feel bad. But
I didn't see it in the thing.
I hadn't had a chance to add anything. But did you see? Have you seen Luke Cage season 2 yet?
I saw part of it, but you can go ahead. You can go ahead and spoil. I don't
want to spoil anything, but
Stuff happened.
Yeah, there was stuff, and there was a guy, and the end.
Okay.
Well, I'll just say this: it is the first Marvel series of the Netflix shows where the second season blows the first season away.
Really?
Hey, Break, how about me and you review the trailer to Dragon Ball Super Broly?
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
No?
I would.
Can we review the trailer to the Ninja Turtles cartoon?
Yes.
What flippin' hell is with that animation?
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's good.
It looks... What?
The art style is different. I mean, I think the art style could be better, but the animation's decent.
Yeah.
I think it looks terrible. I think the show looks absolutely terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like what they got going on there.
Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Shut up, Frank. I mean,
all I can say is if it's not He-Man, it's passable.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. That's high praise for Luke Cage season 2 Break, because the first season I liked a lot.
I did like the first season, but I quite enjoyed the second season.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it.
Just a lot of yes.
Yeah.
And again, they upped the ante on the music too. Like, it's just the first season had the best music. Now the second season's like, well, we're gonna top ourselves.
Yeah, Hold My Beer. We're gonna do it better. I mean, the music in the first season was, man, spot on, and I love the intro to Luke Cage more than any other intro.
That intro is good. The intro is the same. They didn't change that. And there is actually, I will tell you, there is somebody who makes a special guest appearance, and he's not as shitty as he normally is.
Yeah.
So we'll just say that.
Yeah. I hope that season 2 of Iron Fist is better than 1, because it couldn't be much worse. Let's see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, oh man, so they're doing so well. Like, I was about to come on here and just give praise to how much, like, Marvel, I think they finally turned it around, and then today they announced that one, and I'm like, oh well, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll hold off and find out how that goes first.
Freak5 says, not a spoiler, but I was thinking of different uses for the PIM technology. Dr. Pym cock ring, if you are too small, you can make your penis bigger. See, I would never have that problem, Freak5. Or if you are too...
Did they announce a date for Iron Fist 2?
No, but it's coming. It's got to be better.
He could use that penis cock ring.
Yeah. He says...
Why did I say penis cock ring? I mean, that's the same damn thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Dr. Pym's tiny cock ring?
Yep, or if you're too big for your partner, you can make your penis a little bit smaller. See, I would have more of a need for that.
You know what I noticed, which is weird? It's like Wyland shows up, but then Dungeon Buster's not here. Dungeon Buster here, Wyland's not here.
I know, that's weird. Where's Dungeon, man? I need to talk to Dungeon about a couple things. All right, let's move on to Stinko's Break.
I knew Freak5 would take into cock ring. Fuck you, Freak.
All right, Break. Your Stinko.
I got a minor one before we get into the big one, because I think we probably all have the same Stinko.
Yeah.
But a minor one goes to the fucking again. Last week I brought up the
Squirrels?
Kardashian and the whole Forbes magazine. Where,
Yes.
Where they're like Kylie Jenner's like I'm a self-made
Self-made
woman
my
and stuff
ass.
like that. And well, this week other morons have come out of the woodwork to protect her.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can guess Paris Hilton and of course her sister Kim Kardashian. Like I'm a self-made woman.
Self-made.
She took out instead of, and her defense was the best though. Like instead of borrowing money from her parents, she used $250,000 of her own money. How did she get $250,000 of her own money?
Mm-hmm.
Was this a trust fund set up when she was a kid?
No.
I've never seen anything like $250,000 worth of money. You know what, Kim Kardashian? You can take your ass and you can shove it up your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
You can rip off those cheeks and shove them all the way up your asshole.
You know how you guys would be surprised. This is gaming related. You know how Kim Kardashian made most of her money?
With that stupid game?
Yes, with that stupid paparazzi game. And people ate that game up, and I have no idea why.
Well, the thing is, there are a lot of girl gamers out there that just aren't getting catered to.
But you would think that they would cater with much better material than that.
Well, that show's also still one of the most popular fucking shows on television. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why they watch it.
Yeah,
they're funny, is what I hear. Like they're fun. They're funny.
They
make me angry.
Your idea of funny is questionable.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems that women as opposed to men prefer reality television.
Yeah. Freak 5 says shrinking your car would be awesome. You never need to find a parking spot. Your car will never be too hot in the summer, too cold in the winter.
Fuck yeah! I'd park right in front of the door too.
Yeah. Well, you would just put it in your pocket. Like you would never even need to worry about parking.
Yeah. But I'd prefer like a transporter so I could just be there instantaneously.
Yeah,
so I
me
could
too.
And wake up, walk out of the shower, dry it off, and then click the button and walk right
I
over.
have to make a correction about the homie discount I mentioned about
Okay.
the Idea Factory deals. Those are going on Fanatical.
Yeah. All right. Breakman, your other stinko.
I need another beer before we get into this, so why don't you go ahead with that one?
Okay. Well, here I'll do my stinkos then. I mentioned my crops. They're doing really well. And I probably will not have need for a dispensary for at least a year once it's all said and done. But the heat sometimes wreaks havoc on my crops. They don't take too kindly to 100-degree weather, so I have to constantly water.
Frank's gonna need a terrarium.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Cass says have one for me as he's referring to a beer. Like I just let me read something for you today.
Okay.
Definition of a word.
Okay.
Treason.
Yes.
The offense of attempting to overthrow the government of one's country or of assisting its enemies in war.
Yep.
Let me see. There were some comments that kind of sounded like they kind of fringe on that. Let's see here. The act of levying war against the United States or adhering to or giving aid and comfort to its enemies by one who owes it allegiance.
Yep.
You know, maybe like siding with a Russian quote-unquote president, you know, even though he's never lost an election, or they don't have, like, term limits over there, and he's made sure he wins every election.
Yep.
Dictators like him are waging a cyber war, and they've been waging a cyber war in America for a very long time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't seem to be concerned because it's so-called cyber warfare. Again, you know, they don't see bullets flying and people aren't dying.
Yeah.
Yet. Well,
that's like saying sexism doesn't exist because they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Right. But like, you're worried about like you know, bullets flying and people dying. Well, one of the things that they've been trying to do for a long time, and they've had a little bit of success with, and hopefully, God, they don't have any more, is working with our power grids.
Yeah.
And messing with our nuclear plants.
Yep.
Because people don't seem to understand our whole country is run by
electrical grids and
and cyber, and I mean the internet is a big thing.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and I think that's the reason, Break, is because nobody really sees the effects. There's no bullets in the air like you said,
Yeah.
but it is just as bad.
And they don't understand, as our technology grows, and it is growing, like we're going to have smart cars coming out soon, and driverless cars, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That is what they're trying to get into, not just votes, because I know a lot of you people are thinking...
Voting's just an experiment to see how successful they can do this.
No, that's not an experiment. That is them specifically trying to get Republicans to win. In this case, they're trying to get Donald Trump to win.
Yeah.
Well, that's also a thing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, part of their goal is they're trying to get Republicans in office, and they're trying to destabilize our country from the inside.
Yeah.
But they're also trying to fuck with our infrastructure, things with our cars, our and as the technology grows and things become more and more connected, like our refrigerators are online,
Yeah.
like technology, like it's becoming across our household.
Yeah.
And they are trying to learn how to disrupt all of the technology.
Yes.
It isn't just our elections that they're fucking with.
Right.
They're fucking with our the Russians are out to beat us because they're run by a former KGB agent who wants power and more of it, and the only thing he wants is for Russia to be up there with America again. And I mean, honestly, he wants Russia to be number one.
Yeah,
and he's going to do everything he can to make them number one. And right now, we have a traitor in office who is aiding that.
I'm glad
when you go on international television and tell the world that I don't see any reason why I would think that he would do that. No, he doesn't. There's no reason. When you say that about our enemy,
you're aiding.
That is
aiding and abetting. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That is giving aid and comfort to an enemy by one who owes us allegiance.
You're not.
It's assisting enemies in war.
You're not the only one to think that. There have been a few Democrats, not as many as I'd like.
And fuck all the Republicans. Like our governor who says that Trump needs to give it a sincere apology, and
he just needs
to he should be calling for his resignation.
No,
if not throwing in jail.
He should be immediately impeached, in my opinion, for his his performance and
I don't even impeach. I think he should be on trial right now for treason.
I hate to do the treason. Hold on. I hate to do the whataboutisms that people are playing right now, but I'm going to do one here. Can you imagine? I mean, just imagine if Obama had said exactly what Trump has said.
Oh my God!
He would have gotten arrested immediately.
He would have been impeached
and that's one of the big
fast.
problems. Like with the right now, like they would have lost their minds. But that's why a lot of Republicans are remaining silent on this, because his base is still firmly in his corner.
Yeah, 83%.
So the people who are elected by them have to kind of stick by him, even though a lot of them, from what I've been reading, aren't happy.
Yeah, well, they can be happy all they want.
I know, they're not doing anything about it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, they're spineless.
They're too stupid to realize loyalty isn't worth it.
And by the way, Democrats are spineless too, and that's going to be proven yet again when especially Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin is the Republican of the Democrats. He always confirms and goes along with Republicans, even though he says he's independent and he's a Democrat through and through. He is a sheep or a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's the worst of the worst. Joe Manchin, if you're listening in West Virginia, anybody there, just get rid of that guy. He is not doing things in your best interest. He's hurting, not helping.
One of the biggest problems I've mentioned so far, I've mentioned a lot, is where is the opposition against this guy? The reason he's getting away with so much is because there aren't people standing up to him.
And
not really. Nobody that anybody wants to listen to.
Here's the thing, Break. Becoming a dictatorship or an authoritarian nation doesn't happen overnight. It slowly seeps in, and we're slowly looking at the United States changing from a vibrant beacon of freedom into a beacon of oppression. And
there are definitely things that he's talked about and he wants to do, like over just this week, that make definitely sound like he wants to just sign this country over to Putin, and it makes it sound like Putin has a lot of stuff on him. But for instance, him saying that we haven't decided yet, like this sounds like a good and fair trade. The whole idea that Putin is going to say, you can come over here and watch us interrogate these supposed criminals. If we get to come over here and investigate these American citizens,
yeah, no, that's
like what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Talk about aiding and abetting the enemy. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, you're right, Break. Here's the thing.
Oh my God! Like my mind wants to explode that there is anybody who wants to side with this guy.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The United States is very guilty of rigging elections for other countries too. So
that's very true, and I've criticized that before. We all have.
Yep.
You have definitely rallied against that stuff. That we need to stay out of other countries' political affairs.
Absolutely. Like we have no business like dictating Middle Eastern policy or Central American policy, or what we do is we basically put dictators in power and then take them out of power. We've done it several times. We did it with Iraq. We arm people that we should have no business arming based on what the Saudis want. Follow the money.
We definitely bend over backwards for them.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't remember, but back in like the 80s, and I think was it the late 70s through the 80s? Like Saddam Hussein was our biggest ally.
Yes. People forget about that shit. And besides the fact that we made up a I'm not saying Saddam was a saint, because he was a horrible piece of shit then, but he was still like. We were able to get stuff through him because he was like pro USA back then, and we were pro Saddam. Whatever. Our government's fucking. Our government has always done fucking shady shit. Yeah.
But we've never had once in the history of our country have a president come out and go crazy with his love for our enemy.
Yeah, it's shameful.
The week before, he was telling our friends and our neighbors how much they suck.
Yeah, it's disgraceful. Like, we've had a very good working relationship with Mexico and Canada and free trade. Whatever you think of NAFTA, like it's keeping prices down in this country. And now, with Trump wanting to get out of NAFTA, with whatever Putin has on Donald Trump, whether it's the P-tape or other incriminating... I actually think the P-tape would be the least of anybody's worries in this country, because who gives a shit? Like, nobody would...
I get the idea,
he did an R. Kelly.
This is probably... I'm betting he has evidence about, like, what's his name, and his jet flights,
the pedophile
Weinstein,
not Weinstein,
that he's friends with. I bet Putin's got evidence about that. And I can't remember the fucking name.
Epstein.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. That's been known for a long time. I'm surprised Anonymous hasn't put out more on that. But if you look up the death,
the problem is nobody's ever been able to get concrete evidence, and you know how his base is. His base is unless they see him on video doing it, they're not gonna. No,
even if they saw it, I think Trump is right.
It's fake. Or God, oh my God!
Yeah.
I can imagine there are going to be assholes who are going to say, "Well, he's the president; he deserves that," or something.
Yeah,
I can fucking imagine someone in his base saying that.
Yeah, well, his base is his base, and is always going to be his base. Like, when you start supporting Nazis, and shit like that, then you're on the wrong side of history. That's an insult to
Nazis at this point.
Ugh, God, man, this is
at least
bad.
Nazis are loyal to something.
I think Putin does have the P-tape. I think
he's got some hard evidence on Trump. Like, Trump's only loyal to Trump. Like, he doesn't give a fuck about anybody else. He doesn't give a fuck about America.
Yeah.
He fucking sure doesn't give a damn shit about American people.
Yeah.
He does these rallies because he loves people cheering his name and celebrating everything he says.
Yeah.
His base, they go to him like he's some fucking rock star.
Yeah. And by the way, why is he holding all these rallies? Do they kind of remind
Because
you?
his ego. This is about him. That's what I'm saying. Like everything he does is about him.
Yes. Do these rallies kind of remind you of like World War II shit with Hitler? Because they're very strikingly similar. Like that he got people in a fervor. He blamed another race, the Jews. We can kind of see the parallel with Trump and his hatred of people of color, especially Mexicans. For some reason, I don't understand the hate. It's been proven time and time again.
And he was like, "That fucking Frank."
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
It's been.
I wanted to think that. I didn't mean to say it. My bad.
It's been proven time and again that immigrants to this country, whether they're black, brown, white, whatever, are an asset to this country, not a liability, regardless of how many people are on welfare and all this shit. And it's also a myth that there are more minorities on welfare than there are white people. It's exactly
there are more white people on welfare than anybody ever, because there are more white people than anybody. Just the way it is.
It's proportionate.
Anybody who thinks it's less, they're stupid.
Yeah.
It wouldn't mathematically make sense.
I think one thing that Putin has on Trump that some people are kind of hitting the fringe is money laundering. I think that's going to be the thing that finally takes Trump down, is if somebody can produce evidence of his money laundering. How many people that you know of, billionaire, millionaire, whatever, that own a casino that have to shut down their casino? I can't think of any. I mean, you think of anybody in Vegas, like none of those casinos ever shut down. And if they do, it's because they're outdated or, some other, or there's corruption. And Trump has had 2 casinos shut down in Atlantic City, of all places. I mean, I don't know how you fail time and time again and still get loans. How do you get loans? You fail time and time again. Trump University. Does anybody remember Trump Steaks? I do. Trump Vodka. Fail. Trump Wine. Fail. Trump Real Estate. Fail. Anything Trump has ever done has been an abject failure. Including,
look at what he's doing now.
Yeah.
He's fucking failing times 10.
Yep. He is the worst of the worst. He's not quite on a Duterte level, but he's hedging that way. If he could, he'd have people in chains right now.
Like you said before, like the people that support him now, had you just said Obama did it, like those would be the same people that just turn on him so fucking quick.
It would be. It wouldn't take 2 seconds, and Obama would be out of office for good reason. That shit like that is treasonous, Break.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought up that word treason, because he is a traitor, and so is Paul Manafort.
We need to find some solid proof on it. Yeah. And they're talking about trying to get the translator to come in and say,
no, the Republicans
as to what it was talked about. And normally I would say that's no, but this is an extreme situation.
Yeah, the Republicans blocked that. They tried. The Democrats tried to bring that translator in for her testimony, and the Republicans blocked it. So you have the Republicans
I kind of understand not wanting to do it to, because that's her profession, and her job is to she's been trained to always for her it would be a big it would be
conflict
like a big I'm trying to think of what was the term, a failure of duties. It would be a big failure to her. It would hurt her career.
Yeah, but the thing is,
so at the same time, this is big national security. I don't want her to fucking pay for what he did.
No, she's not going to pay. I think it is important that, because you're supposed to.
I didn't, like I said, that was what I first said. Is that that's what I want to happen? Is I would prefer she go and
I do too
and try but I understand the point of her of not wanting to do it because
no. It's not her not wanting to do it. It's the Republicans saying no.
But I'm saying like I can understand like defending her.
Yeah. No, I understand that
because this could affect her.
Here's the thing, though. When it comes to national security, it doesn't matter, right?
In a situation where your president goes on international television and says, "Hey, the bad guys aren't so bad after all."
Yeah, exactly. Her testimony.
But my friends, but a week before, my friends, they suck. These bad guys over here, no, they're cool.
I mean, this
is all lies.
Yeah.
No. Look, we're hugging, right? Look, Putin, man.
I doubt.
Dude, look, he gave me a fucking bear hug.
Yeah.
Can you think that somebody like this would be evil?
Yeah.
Look at this bear hug, people.
It's the
greatest bear hug ever.
I doubt very seriously that Putin and Trump talked about anything incriminating. But the appearance alone should be enough
I bet the
to
conversation was a lot of Putin saying, "So you're going to do this for me, you're going to do this for me."
No, I don't think so because of the interpreters. I don't think...
Right.
I think there's other ways of getting messages to each other that...
So do you want to blow me now in front of the interpreter, or do you want to do it later?
Yeah. There was a picture going around of Trump in a GIMP suit and Putin in a GIMP suit, like leashing Trump. And I think
makes sense.
I think it's funny, but I think it makes a very good point. Like, it just seems like, on the surface at least, I mean, there's no real hard proof that we know. Mueller probably has the goods, but it just seems like Putin's got Trump on the leash. That's what it seems like to me, and he's like hedging, hedging everybody to become more of an authoritarian, and Democrats and Republicans alike are implicit. I wanted to go back to something about the election meddling. I do not think for 1 second that affected the outcome of the election.
Yeah, I don't either, because the people who are looking for anti-Hillary news were looking for that reason. They weren't voting for Hillary; they hated her.
Well,
they're looking for justification.
She was just a terrible candidate. One of the worst.
That too.
Candidates.
I mean, that doesn't. Yeah, but what you're saying about not affecting the votes, I agree because for reasons like that.
But it does not excuse Russia for trying. And I'm glad that Mueller did those indictments, even though those people will never, ever be convicted. It did happen. And Trump saying that it didn't, or alluding to there's other people, he's always obfuscating the truth. That should be enough for obstruction and getting them out of there. But like I said, the Republicans are spineless. Mitch McConnell's spineless. Nancy Pelosi is spineless. Schumer talks a big game, but he's still spineless. Paul Ryan, spineless. Where are these people? When it comes to Trump, you never hear him say much. So it's just, and the only Republicans you really hear are the ones that are on the way out. McCain, Cotton, Flake. Flake is
when they're no longer beholden to anybody, suddenly they can open their mouths.
Yep. All right.
They should be you should be beholden to America.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not to
what
Russia.
happened to America? When politicians, I've heard a lot of people talking about loyalty.
Yeah.
The only loyalty they
United
should have
States.
to is America and American people.
Yeah.
Not to each other, not to party.
Right.
Not to corporations that give them lots of money to do nothing.
You guys, I caught a lot of flack. Right after the election, I bought a shirt, and it was a shirt that had what looked like sort of a dollar bill. I still have it, and it had the Statue of Liberty covering her face. That's how we should all be feeling right now.
Embarrassed. Yeah.
Embarrassed.
I mean,
and deeply
our
ashamed.
leaders said, "Hey, look at the bad guy. Hey, he's cool."
Yeah.
I think he looks at. I think
really
likes
bad.
me.
Yeah, It's really bad. I just hope it ends soon because I think it was Trey Gowdy, that spineless piece of shit Trey Gowdy in that meeting said that this country's being ripped apart. He's right. The country is being ripped apart, but the people he wants to blame are not the people. It's one person, and he's at the top of the food chain.
He's dividing more. He's dividing this country more than anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
But I have hope because I think the vast majority is against him.
They are, but it doesn't matter. There have been other countries that have had the majority feel the same way that have turned into what I've feared for a long time.
But we've got an election coming up in 2.5 years, I guess. So for now, that's our best hope. But that is the.
I'm asking why should we even have to wait that long?
Yeah, we shouldn't. But here's the thing: we do have the midterms. But look, this is my best guess.
And we can stop him from getting the majority votes that he needs.
Here's my best guess as to what's going to happen. Okay, and I'm calling it now, like I did way back when I said this guy is going to try to be a dictator. The Democrats will take over the House. They will not take over the Senate, and they will not call for impeachment. They will not do it. They're all spineless pieces of shit, and they're all implicit. They suck. Ocasio.
Well, that's because the reason I think is why is because the economy is doing really good right now, and I think they're profiting from it.
Yeah.
Even though the economy started recovering under Obama, but again, I've said a billion times, the economy has nothing to fucking do with the president.
Yeah.
It has to do with the American people and our work ethic and getting back in the business.
Yeah.
And selling things to other.
Exporting and importing.
Yes, it has nothing to goddamn do with what fucking Trump did anything.
I just heard that Trump.
However, his tariff war.
Oh man.
That, however, is going to be a different fucking situation.
I was just gonna say I just heard that he wants to put tariffs on all $505 billion worth of Chinese imports. And if you don't think that's going to hurt our country, look at your shoes and tell me where they're produced. Look at your fucking computers. Tell me where most of the electronics are produced. It's going to be disastrous. Like if that shit
his
goes
goal is
through,
to just make the rich happy, I guess.
Yeah.
Just here, like you guys can be happy because we know the hardworking Americans and the farmers and the electronic
Actually, it's
manufacturers.
mostly just him.
Yeah.
It's not even the other rich people.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying for votes because he wants to get reelected.
Yeah.
Like there's no question he wants another 4 years.
Yeah. Speaking of stuff like that, Eric, you have a stinko.
Well, can I before we move on? Can I just say my favorite fucking tweet about this whole situation?
Sure, go ahead.
Is it's a tweet from Cobra Commander.
Okay.
And he says, and it's basically a picture of Duke saying, "I spoke with Cobra Commander. He said Cobra didn't do it." My favorite tweet.
That's great. All right, Eric.
It had nothing to do with it. Whatever, man. It wasn't Cobra. It's lies.
Yeah.
It's fake news.
Yep. All right, Eric, you're stinko.
All right, the news making around today is that Disney has fired James Gunn from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He was going to do 3. Over offensive tweets that he made like 6 years ago. Okay,
I'm conflicted on this because I talked to you a little bit before we got on the air, Eric. I don't mind Disney firing him, but I mean, because if it was, let's say, a right-wing guy, let's say James Gunn was, leaning right, and he said a bunch of stuff, leaning right, the left would be saying the same thing. So I don't mind Disney's firing of him, but I think it's terrible for Guardians of the Galaxy because James Gunn is what made that movie as great as it was and is. So it's a big loss as far as the creative part of it, but
I haven't even got to the shitty part yet.
I've got kind of two minds on the situation.
Yeah.
One mind is like people change and they grow and such. Like,
he did apologize.
Really, can we really judge somebody on what they said 6 years ago?
That's the shitty part of Disney's behalf. But the other
I know I've made like tons of offensive jokes over the years that probably would not. I mean, that I know would be considered like homophobic or sexist or whatever now, but they're at the time it was acceptable.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah. Here's what here's what the actual Stinko is about. The actual Stinko is about how Gamergate piece of shit Mike Cernovich, who is actually a pedophile, is the one that dug up this info and got him fired in the first place.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Fuck those people.
Oh, great. Kid rapists. Those are fucking great people. Fuck that, man.
And what was your other...
I don't... that is the... There are a lot of things I don't understand in the world. That is the fucking thing I understand at goddamn least, and it just makes me angry every time. But I was gonna say my other point was that when I was saying of two minds is Disney's a business.
Yeah.
Like they don't they can't afford to have somebody making like I don't know what comments he made, but they can't afford like even if it was something that he said years ago. Like I can understand them being like, well. We can't have that.
Then
we know you're unless you can prove you're a completely different person and get out in front of this. Oh, it's too late because it's the way it is.
Here's the problem I have with Disney.
It's
though.
Too late. I'm sorry.
The only problem I have with Disney is maybe they should have vetted a little bit better, before they chose but I mean you can find shit on anybody. They could have picked anybody. And they would have found tweets from years ago, or writings, or you know what I mean. And you're right. People do change, and he did say he was a different person now. And since that point, there's been nothing to prove otherwise. So, I think James Gunn is a bad guy. No, I don't. I don't
want to jump the gun and make no pun intended. But I don't want to
jump the gun.
I don't want to judge yet because I don't know him. I don't know a lot of details or anything like that.
Yeah, I think James.
But my point was like he could be a completely different person.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. I think
6 years is a long time.
Yeah. But yeah, it's never good when somebody gets fired, but I'm not crying over this because he made plenty of money, and he's very creative. He's gonna still continue making good movies.
I just hope that Guardians 3 ends up not being disjointed mess.
Yeah, it depends on the director. So hopefully they'll pick somebody with a good sense of humor and kind of knows the vibe of Guardians. I'm
maybe they can get Deadpool guy to work on it.
Yeah, maybe. All right, let's move on to Sweeto's break. Do you have a Sweeto this week?
Do I have a Sweeto? I was gonna this is gonna be like one of the worst weeks ever. I think as far as like the news and shit like that with the Trump situation and stuff like that.
Chad kind of died apparently.
Yeah, I think so. There's definitely nobody in chat. I think Freak was like we started talking about Trump. He's like, I'm gonna go take a nap or something. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So Comic-Con has been this week, so there's been a lot of trailers released, and there has been some surprises. And the one surprise that almost made me take my clothes off right in the middle of wherever I was and start jacking it in celebration.
Wait, you were at work?
Yeah, I was at work at the time. I don't care if this gets me fired. It's the best. Best news ever is Star Wars The Clone Wars is coming back.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
Finish. Well, it's coming to finish itself, but
it's coming back.
Yeah, that's good
so
news.
So fucking happy. I love that show so much. It definitely the story was never complete, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I could just imagine all the Star Wars freaks out there, their mind just
I've heard
now I just hope they don't get toxic and start complaining about certain things happening in the series.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've heard people complain the first and second season are kind of boring and stuff like that, but then around the third and fourth season, the show just takes off into basically you see is a kind of an image of the show growing. Ahsoka actually grows too. She grows older and she goes from the single lightsaber to dual lightsaber style.
Yeah, I got bored.
From there, the show goes into longer storytelling and it just kind of deeper in the mythology, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
How long were the Clone Wars?
Yeah, exactly.
A long time, apparently.
I was one of those people that kind of felt that way, Break. I started watching the first season. I'm like, this is fucking boring. I don't care for it, but I have heard from a lot of people that it does get better as time goes on, so maybe I'll give it another go.
The thing with one of the things with Clone Wars is the way they tell the story. You can really skip ahead. Like there's no rhyme or reason to wherever you start in the series. I mean, there is a continuation. Like I said, third and fourth season gets better, and there is more continuation, and there is more reference to other episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But still, there's jumping around with the story. Like you get no clue that it's really like a continuation. Like this one story happens right after this story. Because in fact, you'll go into one season and you'll go back to. There's one episode where I'll just kind of explain the episode. You see some troops in their basic training and they grow, and you see them get through the basic training, and then you see them come back from their first official battle and stuff, and what happens to them. And there's an episode that happens, I think, next season, or maybe later in that season, where they show what happened to those troops when they were at their war.
Well,
those specific clones. And that's one of the things I loved about the Clone Wars is they were able to make a very distinct personalities between the clones and stuff and such. Like they all sounded exactly the same. They're all molded the same, but each clone had their own personality.
Yeah.
That's cool. That can't be easy to do for a voice actor, but the voice actor he did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're bringing it back to finish it. Maybe I'll give it a second go. Eric, I didn't see if you had a Sweeto at all. I don't.
Nah, I don't.
Okay. My Sweeto, real quickly before we go here. I forgot how playing local co-op, how much fun it is. It's really
man, I miss local co-op.
All right, Cart Blue Shell, everybody's gonna start swearing.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Not me. I'm always in last. I love the Blue Shell.
Yeah. Wyland says season 3 starts.
You can grief people in Mario Party.
Yeah, season 3 starts the chronological story. Yeah, exactly, Wyland.
So, but yeah.
I think it's in the middle.
Local co-op is ton of fun.
This is supposed to complete. I guess this is supposed to go up to maybe it's in the movie at this point or something. What they're bringing back.
Cool.
But it was. I can't stress how good that show was.
It's funny, as soon as you mention Star Wars, there's Wyland. Like, he's a big Star Wars guy.
He's kind of like a Star Wars.
A big Clone Wars
he's
fan.
He's like Spider-Man, but like the Spider sense, but the Star Wars sense.
Yeah. So yeah, playing local co-op is every bit as fun as it was back in the day. I was playing with Bridget.
I miss local co-op. That's always so much fun.
Yeah, I was playing Dragon's Crown, which is a ton of fun. I wish you had a PS4 Break, and I wish you had the game, Eric, because we could go.
I do have Pro.
Yeah, but on the PS4.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? Damn.
So you can play together. There you go.
Sweet.
I reviewed it.
Awesome.
Remember?
No, didn't you say I did they have it on sale? I want to get it last week or so. I think it was last week or the week before. Maybe you got it in that time, but maybe we'll go through it.
I reviewed it months ago.
No, I know, Eric, but did you for what system? The PS4?
It's a PS4 game. Dragon's Crown Pro is a PS4 game only, unless you're talking about like the other versions, which I also have.
Then why did you say you wanted to get it, or you were waiting for a sale?
I never said that. I was
you did.
Talking about something else.
I'll find it. I know you said it, so I'll find it. But anyways,
maybe I thought you were talking about something else.
I don't know, but you specifically said that you were hoping that it was on sale so you could get it. So that's what I took.
I think I was saying I was hoping on sale so you could get it.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I misheard, but I'm pretty sure. But all right. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. It's total fun. All right. No free for all today. I gotta get out of here. What plugs do you have, Break?
I just before we leave, we were talking about Star Wars a little bit. Can I just make one thing about the new trilogy? I've been thinking about this week, and just my biggest problem with the current trilogy.
Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit. The original trilogy, you had Stormtroopers and you had the Rebel Alliance. Everybody signed up. You know, they volunteered to fight. Everybody was there by their own choosing.
Yes.
You have the next trilogy. You have the droids and you have the clones who were manufactured literally to fight.
Yep.
They were all created to fight. The new trilogy, the Stormtroopers are kidnapped children.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're kidnapped, brainwashed children, forced to fight. Like their lives are. It's just like in past Star Wars, it's like, yeah, we killed the Stormtroopers. They're evil. Now it's like I feel bad for the Stormtroopers.
Well, I always felt bad for the Stormtroopers because they could never hit shit with their guns. Man.
That's different. That's a completely different thing. But yes. And let me say that about the game that I'm playing too. Like, what the fuck, man? Stormtroopers are never that goddamn accurate.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Exactly. They have
the game's ridiculous. You should never get shot.
They have Uncharted syndrome, man, in the game.
You should get shot on accident, maybe.
Okay. Your
Target
blood.
them.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad for them because it's like they're kidnapped children. Like they're forced against their will and enslaved, and their whole lives they're programmed to fight.
Yeah. All right.
So anyway, I'm sorry, but anyway, you can follow me at RPGrinders.
Which actually makes the First Order worse than the Empire.
It does. It does make the First Order worse, but at the same time, it's like, goddamn, like I don't want them to kill. Don't stop killing the Stormtroopers. They're not to blame.
Yeah.
Kill that guy with the lightsaber. It's his fault.
I tell you what, if you're at war and somebody's shooting at you, I don't care if you're a Stormtrooper or a Jedi or whatever. I'm shooting back, man. But. All right.
And also, you can follow me at RPGrinders, and right. If you're getting shot at, I understand, but I'm saying like, at the same time, like you gotta, like I can feel bad for him. We want to bring up our contest. We got a few contests.
Yeah.
And next week, I'm gonna forego news. I think.
Okay.
I like that idea. Yeah, I think we
like
should go
that idea
news.
too.
We have only received a few entries in our medieval Mexican movie. And we have not received a Would You Rather. We have a Would You Rather contest.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Send them to RPGrinders.
Also,
next week is 500, so next week's it.
Yep. Also, each of us should have a couple of trivia questions ready for cards as well. And we'll have fun. Next week is just all about fun and, some giveaways and stuff like that. So tell friends, family, and whoever.
Hopefully some guests, special guests.
You got to be in chat though, in order to get anything except for the Would You Rather or the medieval Mexican movie that I'm gonna shop to Hollywood soon. But yeah, we need a name for the medieval Mexican movie. But those are the only exceptions. You got to be in chat.
And a Would You Rather, because if you don't give us a Would You Rather, I know Freak's going to give us the most nasty thing you can think of, and he's going to win because nobody else gave us one.
I know how. I mean, giving Freak 5 a gift card for giving us the worst Would You Rather would probably be the worst highlight of our grinders in its history. So that's saying a lot. Yeah. All right. That's about it. Eric, your plugs, please.
I want to plug Keenan and Kel for being a good show.
Yeah, it's a great show, man. All right.
And all that. But I'll also plug sites I've written reviews for, like BostonBastardBrigade.com, TotallyGN.com. I got a review of Pixel Junk Monsters 2 on there, which I didn't really care for because I felt like for a tower defense game it needs to be faster.
Okay.
But and it's probably slower than Pixel Junk Monsters 1, and I kind of don't like the art style. I think that's part of the reason why it's slower.
All right, Eric. What else?
But there's also VogNetwork.com and HonestGamers.com. And if you like what I've written and you feel like I should get compensated and you got the money, you can perhaps join even just as much as $1. Or you could tell someone else and then they can hopefully do that instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Word of mouth always works.
My Patreon, Eric Kelly, just look up my name. And I'm writing reviews and occasionally making videos. I still have yet to upload that Oreo pistachio thing.
Yeah. All right. Anything else,
Oh,
Eric?
yes, I forgot. There was something that Freak said in chat earlier. Like, we got into the whole Trump situation, so I completely forgot about it. But he said something I wanted to repeat.
All right.
When we were talking about jobs, he said, "I'm triggered by your white privilege break. I wish I could have quit a job."
Can we not joke about triggered? Because that's an actual condition.
No.
I wish I could have quit a job because of a horrible boss, and no, I couldn't get another easily.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We weren't joking about that, Eric. It's just a statement that Freak said in chat. We're allowed. We're allowed. Yeah, exactly. Your white privilege is showing, Break.
It's my fault.
You're to blame for all of America's problems.
I need to get more.
He said that a while ago. I really need to bring it up.
Yeah.
I also want to plug how Dragon Ball Super Broly actually looks like it's shaping up to be a good movie.
All right. Anything else?
But I do want to laugh at the fact that Broly's color choices now make him look more like a Nickelodeon Moonshoe.
Yeah.
Because he's got purple and green going on.
There you go. All right. Anything else, Eric?
So I'm confused then. He's wearing like the Frieza armor then, right?
No, that's the Saiyan armor.
Oh, okay. Like I thought
I'd seen Vegeta wears is the armor that belongs to the Frieza Elite Forces.
Okay, I thought the image I saw of him was wearing Frieza armor. Okay, never mind.
All right.
But I will say that Paragus, the ages, time has not been kind to him because they aged him up significantly, and now he's got gray hairs, which makes me wonder how old Paragus actually was when he fathered Broly. He must have been pretty old already, because like there's the whole thing with the Saiyans don't really age until they get to like 80. Then they age rapidly.
Okay, Eric.
So it's like Michael Douglas or something.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta get out of here soon. So Eric, any other plugs?
Have a good weekend.
Yeah. Follow me on Twitter at
I should have reviewed Won't You Be My Neighbor. Maybe I'll save that for next week.
Yes, please, Eric.
Especially because we may have guests that might have seen it.
Yeah.
Dude, he's got diarrhea. He needs to leave.
No.
Oh, because he hasn't seen it yet, right?
No, I haven't. All right. Follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. You can follow the show at RPGrinders. Send us your best medieval Mexican movie title for a chance to win a gift card. What else? There was another contest, right, Eric? Break? I can't remember the other
medieval
contest.
Mexican Would You Rather, and then there was an exile contest. But then we didn't even think of another contest. If somebody can send us a contest idea, we'll give them. We'll use their contest and give them one.
Okay.
No? Not so much. Okay.
I think
no,
we're gonna do trivia. Each of us gonna have a trivia question.
I want to do an anti-plug about squirrels.
Yeah, there you go. How dare you, Freak 5? He says you can play Friday 13th with Frank and teabag him, which it would probably be the case. All right. That's about it for this show. Next week, make sure you're in chat 7 Eastern time on Twitch or on YouTube, because we will be giving away gift cards galore.
That actually brings up a question I had. Are you going to do a GDP afterwards?
I will be doing a GDP afterwards, so yes.
Nice.
I'll need a few minutes in between.
With a big sign that says, please don't show us record companies.
It will not be on YouTube. It'll be on Twitch, because that's the only way.
We'll do anything but the Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly. I won't be able to do it on YouTube. But,
it's also
Eric, let me finish. I will be able to do it on Twitch, so there will be a Grinder Dance Party after, so stick around for that. Make sure you're in chat on either Twitch or on YouTube in order to win some gift cards. We'll have trivia, we'll have contests, all that fun stuff. So there you go. Eric, what did you want to say?
I like to say that it's MXT's birthday, so if you're listening in the archives, because he's probably not listening to it live, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, MXT bag. And don't think you could... MXT is the only one that probably wouldn't be able to teabag me on Friday the 13th. So
also, please don't request Power Rangers music. Or Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, exactly. All right, take care, everybody. We want to see you back here next week. Have a good, safe weekend. Till then, we are out. Later, everybody.
I feel like I need to interrupt this.
Do it. You'll do it next week too.
That's very true. Da-da-da-da.
New intro music next week.
Nope.
Did you hear that? I'm gonna have new intro music next week. You guys hear that? I'm gonna do a new intro for next week, brand new. I'm gonna debut a new intro.
Are you gonna sing it?
Yeah, I'm gonna sing it. Thanks to everybody in chat. Freak 5, I know Wyland was in there. We had quite a few people in there. Commander Root was in there. Electrical Longboard, Electrical Skateboard, Land Fusion, and Slow Cool.
Can they watch the show later? I mean,
It's
Oh, they
recorded.
can?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they can watch it on Twitch later.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well as YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. All right, thanks, Freak and Wyland, for your participation. I'm wondering where Dungeon is. I'm kind of getting worried. He's
Playing Octopath, isn't he?
probably son of a bitch, probably in Octopath. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna stop the stream. You guys know where to get me later.